you have not even consulted the people of Kashmir. You have done it because of the basis of BJP agenda. That is
the
my answer
people
to
of
it.
Kashmir do not include lakhs of Dalits, lakhs of
Sir,
Valmikis,
sir,
lakhs
now,
of refugees. They are
gentlemen,
not
we need to end
Kashmiris.
this
Listen,
panel
listen,
discussion.
Kashmiris are only Muslims.
I was hoping that I'd be
This
able
is the
to throw this.
majoritarianism.
Okay, please.
Listen,
Now,
no, no,
Of a person who asked one of his
let's not
own
reduce this.
MPs to
Dr.
apologize for
Ranganathan.
saying Ganpati Bappa Boria.
Let-
This is the
let-
majoritarianism.
let-
Let everything be out.
Ranganathan, please.
Let me answer,
please.
sir.
No, no,
Let me-
gentlemen,
let-
please.
let-
I have to
one-
draw
one-
the
half a
curtain down
minute.
on.
To come back to what Mr. Owaisi, threw some accusations at me, it's only fair that I rebut them. He said that, I haven't done my proper research. Well, I'm a scientist, so research comes as a second nature to me. And you're a lawyer. Now, I'm not saying whether lying comes as a second nature to you, but Rahul himself has covered in 2008, 2012, how there was an almost murderous attack by AIMIM legislators on Taslima Nasreen at a literary festival. She was almost killed. Bricks, umbrellas, and flower vases were thrown at her. And 3 of your legislators, as I said, were arrested for threatening to behead her. This again happened few years later in Aurangabad, where AIM legislators were waiting at the airport to take care, quote unquote, take care of Taslima Nasreen. Now, as you say, if the court has exonerated them, does that mean that they did not do all these things that we have described and what we saw? Number 2, as far as, I have 2 questions for him when he said that, look, I have always stood up even against the UPA. I have always condemned things, atrocities that were to be condemned. I've always stood up for liberty and all. That's a load of complete BS, if I may say so. Can you give me one instance where you have spoken against the trampling of the human rights of lakhs of Dalits? Dalits, you talk of Jai Bhim, Jai Meme. Through Article 370, the persecution of Dalits in Kashmir. There is not one instance where you have spoken. Point number 2, I will give you another instance. In April of 2012, and this is all research, by the way, this is easy research, it's not even scientific research. I don't know why you should be perturbed by it. In April of 2012, the Communist Party held a resolution where they said they demanded citizenship for Bangladeshi minorities. Minorities does not include Bangladeshi Muslims, by the way. You were absolutely silent. In August of 2015, the Congress demanded a resolution.
And in 2003.
And in 2003, that was different. 2015, they demanded through a resolution, they demanded citizenship for Bangladeshi minorities.
Manmohan Singh said that in the parliament. Yeah.
Manmohan Singh said, but what I'm saying is, when it suits you, you are absolutely silent.
Okay, I'm now under pressure to have this wrap. So I'm going to actually leave the last word with Mr. Owaisi. Mr. Owaisi.
Sir, again, I would say you have not done your research properly. Do you know a place
Thank goodness he's not a referee for one of my papers. Otherwise, he'll always keep rejecting.
I pity the paper who checks your paper, So anyway, now, do you know a place called Nagar in Maharashtra? It's called Ahmednagar. It's known as Nagar. Over there, there were 4 Dalits who were killed. And their bodies were strewn across
Answer the question.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen.
You are allowing this. Rahul is not
I
answering.
never. No,
That's the charge.
No,
नहीं, आप आंसर दीजिए ना स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन
आपने कश्मीर के दलितों के लिए कुछ कहा है?
क्या बोला है?
Answer it. Don't go around the bush.
एक मिनट.
उसीलिए मैं चाह रहा था कि
I
आप लास्ट
pity
में
the
बोलें.
judge who has to listen to your argument.
Okay. Sir, let's just confine.
I-
I'm under pressure.
I
Do
have
you
never seen a-
support Article 370?
I have
the
never seen a
abrogation,
restless
or are you
scientist.
against the?
आप आर्टिकल 70 को
Do you support the abrogation of Article 370?
And
Simple
35A.
question. एक minute.
No, sir, I opposed it. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because it is a...
That answers Anand
That answers
Ranganathan's
the
question.
question.
Because Article
Please,
370
Rahul, you
was
have to...
discriminatory.
Human rights of Dalits doesn't matter.
No. So
नहीं,
you cannot speak for me.
I'm only
I-
asking
therefore you
I-
cannot speak
I
for the
am-
government as
I
well.
am
You
quite-
proved my point. That is exactly what I'm saying.
I am
Please
quite-
don't speak for Modi ji. You
why
don't
should I
want
speak?
Rahul to speak for
Acha,
you.
ठीक है.
Please
Let
don't
him finish.
speak for
Look,
what the government
I'm
wants to
really-
do.
I'm really
That was
running
my
out of
point.
time. Please, let him
I
make
made
his
my point. I have
Okay,
nothing
चलिए.
else to say.
Whether
That's
it
exactly
is-
what I was telling
okay,
him.
Whether it is a roundabout answer,
मेरा
whether it's
हाल
what
ऐसा
about
हो
it, let him
गया कि
answer.
फंस गई रजिया गुंडों में.
नहीं, आप विक्टिम कार्ड प्ले करते हैं, but actual वो नहीं है.
So let me answer.
Yeah.
3:1. Fine, thank you. It shows your majoritarianism here itself. Nothing to be said anything.
You
I rest
happy?
my case.
You happy now?
I rest my case.
You happy?
Now, this is a typical emotional response to a hard factual question.
No, Rahul.
And that is again
Rahul,
what about
your
and
problem
changing the
is...
goalpost.
Sir, हाँ या ना बोलो ना, sir.
Your problem
allowing
is...
you
Let's
to
have a
speak.
show of hands. Did he
Sir,
answer
हाँ
my
या ना
question?
बोलो ना,
Whether
sir.
he spoke?
Okay.
हाँ या
on
ना बोलो, sir.
Dalit?
Sir, you,
हाँ या ना
you
बोलो.
people have lost in Delhi. All of you have lost in Delhi.
Why?
Because these people made Shaheen Bagh, you lost.
That's you are saying.
Now you're lifting your hand for the government. Goli Maro, you lost. The UP chief minister with 300 MPs came and said, you lost. So please, this is
Sir,
not a representative
Rahul,
audience.
one second.
This is not all. As
मैं
far
एक
as
चीज बोलना
370
चाहता हूँ
बोल
कि
दीजिए,
देश
sir,
के
please.
गद्दारों को
अब
गोली
दो
मारो जब
अच्छा,
कहा गया
sir.
इन्होंने क्यों बोला कि मुझे
मिनट.
गोली मारो क्या मान ले रहे हो कि आप गद्दार
दो
हो
मिनट.
Please मारो.
Why did you take it on
मारो
you?
ना. मैं गद्दार
That's
हूँ.
your problem.
मैं गद्दार हूँ.
The world is all about you,
मैं
Owaisi.
गद्दार हूँ.
No one
मैं
else
गद्दार हूँ.
exists.
Please give
ये
me
बोल रहा है
गद्दार
कि
हूँ.
देश की गद्दारों को गोली मारो ये भाई साहब बोल रहे हैं कि हमें गोली मारो
Gentlemen,
अरे किसने
please.
आपको गद्दार कहा है
भाई साहब,
You
मैं-
take everything on yourself.
Okay, sir, एक मिनट.
भाई
Let him
साहब,
finish. Let him finish,
भाई
please.
साहब, मैं गद्दार हूँ
Sir,
आपका.
2
मारेंगे
minutes.
आप.
आप बोल लीजिए, please.
मैं
नहीं हो
गद्दार हूँ.
गद्दार आपको मैं
मैं-
मास लीडर बनने के लिए बोल
Sir,
रहा
We
मैं
are
नहीं
going
बनूंगा.
much
आपने कुछ
above-
सुना ही नहीं
Okay, we are going much above. Babul ji, we are going much above.
मैं गली का लीडर हूँ. तुम दिल्ली के लीडर हो. मैं गली का लीडर
सर मैं गली से जीत के आया हूँ
मैं गली में खुश हूँ.
सर रिसर्च ठीक नहीं है आपकी.
As far as 370 is concerned,
Yes, sir.
as far as 370 is concerned,
Yes.
it is violation of the constitution.
Okay.
It is violation of federalism. And as you rightly said, the Supreme Court decide because you have not even consulted the people of Kashmir. You have done it because of the basis of BJP agenda. That is
The
my answer
people
to
of
it.
Kashmir do not include lakhs of Dalits, lakhs of
Sir,
Valmikis,
sir.
lakhs
Now,
of refugees. They are
gentlemen,
not
we need to end
Kashmiris.
this
Listen,
panel
listen,
discussion.
listen.
Kashmiris are only Muslims.
I was
Listen,
hoping that I'd
listen,
be
This
able
is the
to close this.
majoritarianism.
Okay, please.
Listen,
Now,
no,
both
Of a person who asked one of his
let's
own
reduce this.
MPs
Let
to
me-
apologize for
Ranganathan.
saying Ganpati Bappa Boria.
Let-
This is the
Ranganathan,
majoritarianism.
let-
Let everything be out.
Ranganathan, please.
Let me answer,
please.
sir.
Now, no,
Let me-
gentlemen, please. I have to draw the curtain down on
half
this.
a minute,
We are
Rahul.
really running
half
over.
a minute. May I request you that when the all-party meeting went under the leadership of late Arun Jaitley and Mr. Rajnath Singh, please go and read the minutes. What did I say in Jammu? What did I say in Srinagar? Please ask, who did they tell me to go and meet?
You say.
No, don't tell me.
क्लोज जोन में
Answer
बोलते
the
हैं
question
सर
directly.
क्लोज जोन में बोलते हैं पब्लिकली नहीं बोलेंगे आप
I'm closing the discussion now.
तो दोस्तों वीडियो आप सभी को कैसी लगी हमें कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताइए और साथ ही वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर भी ज़रूर कीजिएगा और हमारे चैनल पे आज अगर आप नए हो तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को भी दबा लीजिए ताकि वीडियो की नोटिफिकेशन आप तक पहुंचती रहे और आप मेरी ऐसी ही वीडियोस आपको आगे भी मिलती रहे। तब तक के लिए आप अपना ख्याल रखें। मैं मिलता हूं अगले वीडियो में। नमस्कार।